Hello YouTube and welcome to episode 41 of Minecraft Let's Play. Yeah, anyways, I've simply had this machine out here running for a little while to get as much of this stuff as possible, and it's now time to stop it. Because we've now achieved what needs to be achieved. Yeah, we're gonna turn it off here and then start it up, say give it a go. He should say scared and die right away. Super. Okay, we no longer need this in here. We need to build a new room to specifically make this stuff here. We don't like that. Like, yes, have more rooms. It's a bit of crap. And I jumped into the hole. Why did I jump into the hole? There must be a complete idiot, man. We do just like this. And then we say practice to the wire that's down there and hope for it. Yes. I don't know. Come up here magically. So let's quietly take this down. What we no longer just need for it to stand here and do things. That is the one that doesn't need to be here anymore. The one that powers the only place it gets it from. Yes, the one that can theoretically also be broken. And yes, we just need to clean up after my round here. So just patch the hole there, put that block there, and that block there. This should change that. Then we just have to get rid of this. So, what we need to do this episode here is we need to get things done. Do we have to create 2 or 3 rooms just like this, where we can, among other things, draw power from one of these ender tosser? If I need more, I'll go right in and check how much I have. I don't think I need more. We can always set it up again if I need more of it. I think I have enough. Yes, we have a lot of that, but we may have to make a room that can spawn these end things. Or not these end things. What are they called? They're called poof, the thing I just killed. A wither. Do I need to make these rooms for that boss, the wither boss, so we can keep spawning it and slaughtering it to get a lot of those stars to figure out how many stars I actually have? We can possibly turn some of the stars into electricity. That's the plan. So to start with, let's look at all we have in our small inventory. Buckets can go there. That's fine. I'm wearing this. Actually, there's no point wearing this. So we're going to use the so-called tainted glass as much as possible so we can build another room because, again, it's bulletproof and bomb-proof and all that. Yes, that's something we're going to need a lot of, right? But besides that, it's damn good this, it works, so let's just get some more of it. And then we're going to have our magical hocus pocus wand here. I'll probably smash it in a bit, so let's just make another one of them like that. Well, let's go out here and build ourselves one more area. Shouldn't we just make it next door, I think, and then use that wall as well, so we could basically just do this. Yes, that's how we do it. I think just what I do, that's just what I'm doing. That's just making 1, 2, 3 more mob crushers. Just to get the distance on how much distance should be spoken while I just remember it. So we'll go right in here. So anyways, let's just take a look here, mob crusher. There you are. How many can I get of you? 3 of them? That's superb. I probably have cards on me, or should I just consider pulling some of them out? Range court? I don't have them, so we just need to get some of them here with me. Yes, away with it. Okay. So back here again, this one, it's a double wall that's here. That double wall should be over on this side instead. So if we just line up here and say the double wall should be there because it says range it out here, it certainly doesn't say we're close enough. I was well aware of that. We are too far over there, so we just have to go 2 further back. Away with you. Then 1, 2. So it should be here. We'll see sometime here if it hits. It does. We're all the way inside. So this one has to be there. And then we'll go this way, like that. Then we can just remove that flickering show so that should it allow us to make a room if nothing else, and then I just have to consider here, should we make 2 rooms? Should we make an extra room, because then we also have 1 more. We make 4 rooms in total. So what we do too, we just make 1 more. Now I know where the line is, the question is just what the width is. I think we just check this, it's the width, it's not, we have to go further to the right, so it's boom, that's very nice, and then we'll do the same thing over here because we might as well do the opposite, that is here. And since we already have measurements for where it should be, it has to be there. It doesn't have to, it has to be there. And of course it also gets a little short, just to make sure it's as it should be. It hits there, so it looks very nice. We can use that wall there for that. So this one has to go over here in front, of course, around this edge, and then this way down, all the way down to the next place. We just have to consider if we want it one place or the other, we take it, then here, because it has to fit with the one next to it, and then just this way. It should give us exactly 4 rooms like that, so it's very nice. So when I take my wand here and just do a little jump, it more or less fills it all, so we just have to go up the same height as the other one over there. It broke, that's why I made a new one. Are we the same? We're not, we need 1 more up, so we're now the same height, except for this one, of course, and we're the same height here, so it looks pretty tight. We're just missing over here, so just make a little jump here too until we're there. Then we're just gonna have to lay on it. It's funny enough, we don't want any monsters to get out of here. Yes, so it should. Some monsters can fly, so we don't want that. How many do I have left? A couple. The hardest part about putting these, well, you can say, is getting them to fit, to make it look decent without, well, it's difficult to place them, I think, because sometimes it can be hard to see where the heck you've reached when it's transparent and black. And when it's raining and dark at the same time, it gets even harder. Like that, we'll go over here, especially if you click wrong, then it'll be a real pain to have to fix it. But that's how it is. Sometimes you also click wrong. I've done it a few times in this series, but it didn't happen this time. Then we just have to fix the whole bottom over there. Because of course it shouldn't be dirt, So let's go ahead and make a hole here just for the measurement so I can see where I'm at below. And then we can start removing all the soil. It was simply just because then I know that this here piece has to go until I hit the next piece. I could use the replacement tool, but when it's such a large area here, I actually think this is easier. Now I'm gonna do just like that, and then just this whole way, but that's kind of just what we're gonna do this time. I think we'll just make sure that we have some automation to get some, what can you say, nether stars. And when we have a lot of nether stars, then we also have a lot of power, so I don't have to. If it goes wrong, then you can say, then we can run out of that, what can you say, the XP thing, and if we run out of it, then we run out of it, and then I find a solution to it. That's where we had to go. We dig on. But how about I just perfect this floor here, and then we'll ship right to it, then back in the sack. And we'll be ready again. Oh yes, well, let's get a wither builder. And then we're going to have 2 of these. We can't have that. You don't have to decide. Saw 2 of them here. And then we need a bucket of shask. I have 2 different buckets of shask. One is essence, the other is XP. We take XP because as far as I know, it's easiest for us to grind it, or whatever you can say. And in case we need it, we can always just use essence. That's how they work for both things. Same thing, but 2 different names. So that's how it is. It's for one room, it's for the other room. What? I, on the other hand, would like to have some more of you. Then we won't have any more of it. It's fine. We've got plenty of these. We don't want to concentrate on that. I'd like to have them down here too, and then we'll just have a look here. I kind of hope that if we have, I have gas steers, I would like to get some out of that quickly. That's not what they're called. That's what they're called, but I can't spell. Damn, we actually have a lot of them here now. Could just have to change them. I don't think I'm running out of them right now, okay? Let's go out here again. Now, I just need to be sure. How many challenges do we have here? We have 21. Well, as I said, I've put this out, I've made the floor, and I've also just made these towers here. I haven't put them in now because I was a little unsure how many, what can you say, spots I had left. So this one uses 1, 2, 3, then it uses 21, then it's 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 30. We're going to be missing 30. Okay. What do you use 14 for here? Now we just have to go all the way over to the other side. 11. If I can cut the 11 from the user over here and give them cable myself and not them separately because we don't have enough. So we'll drive right over here and then we'll pull it right downstairs. I don't have to loop it up again. It actually has to go all the way down. It could really just do that because we actually have to go in here behind and yes. I've never fixed that, hallelujah. Good thing I didn't hit it there, or I would actually have been dead. So we'll just do something to stand on, because down here in the basement we have our machine. So just quickly get back up and get the cable. We can do that by just jumping up. So we're just gonna see where the cable came out. I jumped out there, so that's where it'll come out. I'll just go and pull this cable first, because then we won't have to spend time on it afterwards. Then back down again. I really want you to go out at that height there, so it's 2-3 blocks up. So it's 1-2-3 blocks up. I really want it right up there like that. And then we'll close it right there. We won't use it anymore. And then we just run this green cable all the way over here. Look, I want to connect it there, so that's why we have to get it up and then go and meet him here. Boom, then it should be connected again on an 11 piece, because then I can remove the 11 from the other cable, which means there is a little more space to work with cable-wise. And wasn't because it took so much extra time to fix it quickly, so that should make this cable a little freer. Now I just have to be sure that there isn't something stuck elsewhere. There isn't. So 10 pieces are on that one. Okay, so back to where we came from. Okay, so this hole we have here, I'm going to look a bit like the other hole we have over here. So the first thing we'll do is take a piece of glass and stick it on there. This one, it has to be there. Our mob spawner, it has to be over there. Our mob spawner has to be there. And I think by now we have mirror. That's very good. We take this one down, it has to be here. We can connect it. The one over here, there's also power on it, and we have to have the grainy cab. We can drive them. Let's see here, we could drive them. We just hook them up. It doesn't matter. Why do I always insist when I do something under this glass of putting them at an angle? There. Now we'll do the same thing over here. We'll do it differently this time. So that the mob spawner comes there. No, it's actually fine. Let's just do it like this. We have to get it down there, because then I can get this in here, and like that, then we can run it here along this side, and then it can grab it over there in a little while. It was like that. Then there's this over here. Look, it shouldn't have what the other one should have, because it needs a wither spawner. And I want that there. It's pretty much the center of this room, hopefully. Yes, it looks very right. Let's take a look at this. It just needs an input and power, then it should run as it should. This has a work area on top, so that's great. It won't be in the way anywhere. So if we just take this to start by plugging in there, we run this down, then we run it right under here. just bringing it over here and in, because then we can get it over here and connect it over here, hopefully. But I'm driving it this way, just driving it over there, boom. And then we should actually have gotten, let's see, should we have it not connected anywhere, just drive it over here. Wrong place we took it from. That is, we drive it here instead. Like that, then everything is connected. Then we just have to get this one over here. It's also connected. It's coming from over there. Say the two are connected. It's connected to itself. This one, it can be connected over here, driven over here. This one can be driven out here and over here. Then it's connected, it has power in return, so it's great. And if we just get this one, drive over here, now we're missing cables. We'll fix that later. The ones that are connected, the one that needs one, it needs an, let's see, what should it have? Mob dispenser, it needs lemonade. You must have the juice you can speed up. You also have to have juice. You also have to make it from where, there, and then there. They don't have to have anything. They don't have to have anything. The one who needs to have something in return. So we put it on like that. And with an entrance, and this one, it must then have a larger crafting. It can craft and it can get speed on. It has to have the wither stuff, and then of course it has to have soul sand, but we'll get to that in a minute. Then I'm stupid. Well, we just needed some more power cables, so we also have it done. So power cables, hoofs, and then our fantastic goo, which we probably don't have very much of still. Yep, I've put something to make it, but the question is whether we shouldn't put some more up soon, because I don't think one is enough to keep it running all the time. My hope is that it runs long enough and I don't care about all the monsters in there. They can actually run me a long way. Well, this one also needs to have one like this, so we'll just start making this one. So we don't fail. Fuck, I keep forgetting that. Now my phone rings momentarily. Well, I'm back again. I just had a person in Billcat who just had to pick up something for me. That was a bit hard to find. Anyway, I've linked it briefly there. Yep, I'm going to go straight up and set it up so that in a little while it doesn't just fire, it starts spawning right away with the door open and everything. The one who doesn't care, he can just jump in the air. The cool thing about having those claimed areas is that they can jump as crazy as they want. And as long as I'm in my own area, they don't make holes. Don't think 2 is fucking good for me right now. Yes. Now go away. Okay, it's now linked there. And there must have it here. It must be put in here. And then we have to go down and set it down there until it at this point should be off and on when it is that the redstone signal is going. Now we can look at this. That is, it must be off torch, then off torch. It is not running super. Of course we have not connected the power yet. We can do that quickly. Then we can test it too. I wasn't supposed to have a double cable like that. And we're just eating some food fast with all those creeper bombs up there. They're smashing it all. Okay, then we'll give it to them. Now it's ready to go. Let's go up and test it. It should spawn a wither the second I turn this door off here or close this door. Boom. Then you should start building something. Maybe not. Okay, weird. So I missed putting one here. You should build a way. It runs. It has wither skeletons. It should be able to build it. Soul sand that. It's weird. Why don't you do something? It should also be above that if I just turn you on and off again. And just love things work. Yeah, oh for Satan, no, I hardly dare to do. Yes, we'll do just that. It might be this machine is screwed. It can't figure out when it's dark glass. Also, it can't figure out the button to work. Okay, that's not the problem. Because I just love things that just work, and then it should work, and then it doesn't work anyway. What is it that makes you not work? This shouldn't. 100% just works. And I can't understand why it doesn't. What if I just manually throw it there, that, and that one? What do you do then? Can you figure out how to place skeleton heads? No, kind of weird. Very weird. I have to take into consideration it's a bug. Okay, let me just get some skeleton heads sometime. No, I don't even want to. I can just go down and get the ones that have been crammed into the machine. It's so weird you don't work. It should build a weather. Why the hell don't you work? Let's see what happens if it's had one in there, whether it makes a difference, not immediately. Okay, let's try to go down and put speed cards in it and processor cards and everything else. It could be it's because it's a little weird. What happens if we upgrade this? Let's see sometime if we now tell it it has to speed it up. No, weather scroll, soul sand should just work. Lots of power, lots of juice, everything. Things should work the right place. That's kind of bullshit. Okay, whatever. I'll just figure it out in between episodes. What the hell's going wrong with that one? Because it should work. Let's move on to the next machines. This one needs some soup. Why don't you get it? What's so wrong with you? Oh yeah, okay, I know what the problem is. You haven't been turned on. And maybe this isn't exactly the best place to sit down. I'm thinking it's probably better to loop it over here. Fucking shit. Box, yes, fuck that shit. Are you getting soup? You're getting soup. Great. So all that running, the one over here should also love to get its soup. It does. Then the rest of it. Then at least it should work as soon as I've made the settings, of course, on the machine, which was why I went down here. This one. This one becomes that one. And this one becomes this one. And this one has to have a torch off. And this one has to have a torch off. I just want to see something work. It would be rad. Just some work. We want this one to have this. So when I close this one, skeletons spawn in here. Super. And when we go over here and just give it over here its card, now we just have to be sure it's the right card so we don't do it the other way around and give it ours. What can you say? Gas. Let's see what happens. A gas appears, it dies, it throws its stuff in here. That's good. I don't know if we'll get any gas tears, but it might also be too fast to detect it. So this one works, so we can make gas tears. Hooray, hooray for that, man. So let's just do this, just to have shut it off there. Of course, we haven't given anyone those, what can you say, things yet. And I'm just closing this off because I need to be sure that we're not going to blow it up with a mistake. So this one makes gas for us. It should still work. It does. The one over there should really make withers, but it doesn't. It actually annoys me a lot. If it doesn't work, then we just have to make it manually. Or else, I'll find another way to build them. I have other ways to build them. It just annoys me that I have to use another way when this should work. Ugh, how provocative it is. Well, let's just empty our inventory sometime, because we have another monster we need to go out and find. If we just go here sometime. That is what we should not use, what we should not use. We should not use that. I need that. What do we not need to wear? We do not need to wear that. We do not need to wear that either. That stuff. That one, that one. The rest I would like to put in this inventory. Do not want the food in there like that. And okay, we should just, shall we see sometime here? I really would have liked to have had a slime in the other one of them in there. Magma slime to put it melt. I made of that, or a witch. The reason I say witch, it is because that I do not know exactly how many bottles we can get out of it, but there is a real chance that we can spawn a whole lot of these. Bottles, if we just stop this and then collect, and we'll get there. There's a witch, that was damn quick. I want you, come here. So definitely did something about that. I think it's that monster spawner that makes sure I have so many endermen everywhere, because I think they get hit and then they teleport like hell. Because they don't die immediately when they are hit the first time, because it has to kill them first to tap, and then it takes 100 years before anything happens, but I somewhat hope we could throw witches over here and then see how many bottles I come up with, because if I get enough bottles I can make that, what can you call it, power thing that burns off bottles instead of, which might be a bit better, I don't know. So let's see how many witches we can spawn. Or not how many witches we can spawn. Let's see how much we get out of them. Spider eyes, sticks, empty bottles, sugar. It's not bad to get sugar. No spoon. I kind of hoped for potions. Can, of course, also just put something in for brewing potions. Sugar and sticks. At first glance, not much is happening here. Where do all my potions go? Come on, I only get empty bottles. That is, of course, also very nice, so I can use them for potions too, and I could have fixed that in another way. We're getting glowstone. Way to get a lot of glowstone. Glow dust, and damn, there's God. Anyway, YouTube, that's all we can do for this round. So that's how it is. So have fun on YouTube.